Can you feel the love tonight? What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today I'm showing you a max effort lower body workout. I'm going with some kneeling jumps, just holding a kettlebell, and I try and keep this really tight to my chest to avoid using too much arms. You could see I'm getting a tiny bit of arm in there, but because the weight actually weighs something, it kind of removes the assistance from the arm. And honestly, I actually don't give a shit if this exercise accomplishes nothing. I think it's fun to do, and I find it's a great way to get my mind thinking fast, explosive, speed. So this exercise, some Olympic weightlifting coach can come in here and say this exercise sucks, you should do it with a barbell on your back, etc., etc. I don't care. It's fun to do. End of story. So my heavy exercise for today is going to be the free Zercher squat, which I don't even remember the last time I did this exercise, to be honest. The weight was moving fine. I'm like, you know what? Let's just stop at 315. Let's treat this exercise of my rotation as like a down week. So I'm never going to max on it. I'm just going to do clusters with a manageable weight. So 315, beautiful. Oh shit. So I'm doing the cluster method of 3-2-1. So 3 reps, rest 20 to 30 seconds, 2 reps, 20 to 30 seconds, 1 rep, 20 to 30 seconds. Now I find this is a way of making the reps or the subsequent reps harder with less weight as opposed to having to pound on weight. Now don't get me wrong, you can do this with heavy challenging weight, just the rest periods might have to be a bit longer in order to overcome that heavy weight, let's say. So I did 2 sets of 3-2-1. I'm kind of avoiding, especially not weekly, where I feel like my exercise selection or my main exercise, I got to gain 50 pounds of strength every time I did it. I want long, slow, sustainable gains. I want to, let's say, continuously be moving up the stairs as opposed to getting the top of the stairs in 1 week. I just want to keep that trajectory moving upward. And the only way to do that is to move fairly slow. But I want to make big gains in other areas. It's the strength that I want to maintain while increasing ever so slowly. So mobility being one of them. So you're going to see more exercises like this with exaggerated ranges of motion in different patterns that I may not be used to. So I'm doing a Zercher Cossack squats with 185 pounds, which is actually no joke. I'm actually pretty proud that I could do this with the mobility requirements, the added instability or the added difficulty with the Zercher bar placement, which gets the upper back, the core, the biceps, in addition to the adductors, the glutes, and the outer quad. In addition to the mobility components of the hip, the knee, the ankle, whatever. It's just a great exercise. If you're not doing this exercise ever, I feel like you're leaving a lot of gains on the table. Then 4 sets of 8 reps with glute ham raises, just standard glute ham raises, trying to get that full stretch. I have a 10-pound plate on my chest. That is going to be my preferred method to, let's say, overload on these. 4 sets of 8. Nothing fancy, just getting in work. That's all there is to it. Here's an alternate angle. You see I put the hat on because I started doing some neck work in between sets. I find the secret to building, not the secret, but you can't always build your hamstrings doing Romanian deadlifts if you're trying to do squats as well. So sometimes you have to do exercises that hit your hamstring without hitting your low back. And I find that is what glute ham raises come into play. I'm not a big fan of Nordics. I don't know why. I'm just not a big fan of them. I find, I don't want to say they're too hard, but they hit the hamstring in a very, very different way. And I just prefer glute ham raises. I'm not saying the exercise is bad, but I'm just not a big fan of them. Then I did 4 sets of 25 with 63 pounds on the neck extension, which is not bad, if you ask me. Pretty good, in my opinion. And then I moved on to doing some split stance or B stance squats with the kettlebell. This is where one leg is flat, like a traditional leg movement, and the other leg is, or the other foot, I should say, you're on the ball of your foot and you're trying to keep your ankle dorsiflexed the entire time. Honestly, I don't know what this accomplishes other than it being different. It helps with ankle mobility. It helps with knee strength, like it strengthens the muscles and tendons and ligaments around your knee joints, more so in the foot that is back, because you're getting much, much more knee flexion in this position, let's say. I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, and I'm just going to keep these later in the workout, but push them hard. Push them hard. They're not going to be a main builder. I'm not going to pile up the weight, but within that rep range, I'm going to be going as heavy as I can. And with these Copenhagens, I'm really starting to test my mobility. I put the safety squat bar way higher than I did last week to like stretch myself out at the bottom like that. Stretch myself out, pause. At the bottom like that. And it just has me working harder without having to add weight at this time. And as you can see, it's almost like a side plank. But here's the breakdown for the video. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great day.